which brings me to a question where some of these structures are going to take a lot of time to be dismantled, right? Whether the way schools are structured, the way the workplaces are structured, which means that what do you think, say, as parents, how do we prepare kids for this? That's the first question. The second question is, I work in a company. Uh, Even there, the structures are pretty rigid. How do I prepare myself, okay, for the future that you're talking about? Because they may not prepare me for it, right? So therefore, how should I take small little steps to do this? So I would like you to answer the uh, kids first
Mhm.
and then the workplace next.
Sure. And let me just say, I wouldn't, no matter who I was or where I was, I would not sit around and wait for somebody to prepare me for this. Um, one of the key themes of the book is you are your best security. And
Beautiful.
if you think that an institution of any kind, whether it's a school or a government or and that might sound, there are going to be people who are raving red flags about how that's hopelessly individualistic, and I'm, taking the burden off society. And I certainly hope that institutions will begin sooner rather than later to catch up, but I wouldn't put my faith in that. I would start to say, this is my responsibility, this is my life. So let me start with being a parent myself. I'm under no illusions about what the school that my kids are going to right now is doing.
Mm.
It is not doing any of the things that I think it could be doing. So the preparation is going to have to start at home. It's going to have to start in our conversations that we have, in the ways that I begin to reward agency in them in the rest of their lives, how I begin to hold my conversations with them, the expectations that I have again, the choices that I let them have. I mean, there's tremendous scope within, everything outside of school to begin to support kids to intentionally make choices, back the ones that they make, begin to lean into their own individual interests and capabilities, look out into the world, use AI to earlier rather than later start to build that portfolio that I'm talking about now.
Mm. Mm.
That has nothing to do with school. That has
Mm.
everything to do with, you and this younger human that's with you. So, I think there's a lot of scope, and trust me, I'm a parent. So I'm not saying this is easy or that I'm on top of it, but I'm saying that I'm absolutely aware that I have a responsibility to my kids to the best that I can within the scope of our relationship, prepare them for the world, and not, may I say, saddle them with 20th century expectations of what good looks like, because that's the worst thing we can do for them.